Just another stat to kind of give you some perspective. Modern women find 80% of men as unattractive. And so on dating apps, which people will argue that maybe people on dating apps aren't looking for something serious, but that's the number one way people meet. Women only swipe right 5% of the time, up to 20% on the high end in certain studies. So women are all sleeping with the same guys. So for guys that are in that percentage, it's like they just have an abundance of girls throwing themselves at them. And then the women will come back later and say men are trash, but that's who
I think we need to have a speed dating thing, me and you, girl. We need to set up a speed dating or even a courting thing when we show them how to do it properly and give them questions to ask. You know, speed dating, but we provide the questions.
Look at you. You're helping me open wife school, right?
Yes.
We turn modern women into wives.
We need to try. We need to do it. We need to do it.
They don't want to be saved.
No, they do. I think some do.
They don't
Do you know what, right? I think they do.
Oh they want to have their fun.
But stop it, Alex. Don't say that. Like, you know what?
The majority of women don't want to be
what you're
saved.
saying is right. I'm not saying that is wrong, but why does it always boil down to women?
Give them a chance.
Don't say no, because you see what Nathan said. I like you, Nathan, by the way.
I appreciate girl.
But what made me feel like you're not scared? You're more like scared to be stuck in one because there's so many options out there. Because you keep dipping your cookie into the jars, jars of different sauces.
Thank you.
So. But here's the reason.
So I think, the reason why you don't want to commit, I feel like the way you explained it to me, to one jar, is because you're like, because you saw the other jar, you saw the other taste. You're like, it might taste.
Earlier on, you said too many options. That's what you said earlier.
Yeah, too many options.
Let me explain it to you. So women divorce men 70 to 80% of the time. I would argue in relationships, it's probably similar. Men aren't leaving, women are. So to a guy's point of view, he's going to commit to this girl. And what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes. You know, he doesn't get youth anymore, so he doesn't get either of those things. A lot of times she already has a kid, so he's not fulfilling his mating strategy. On top of that, even if he does find a good woman that maybe has the qualities he's looking for, she was going to want him to marry her, right? And what does he get out of that? Oh, she can leave and take half and take my kids. Okay. And she's paid to take my kids away from me. She gets more money if she takes my children. Mm-hmm. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it, because like women aren't wives nowadays. And what do they get out of it? But like men are logical. Sorry. They're logical people. And so they're thinking, does the benefit outweigh the cost? And like, I just think as women, we have to look at ourselves and say, the benefits we bring nowadays don't outweigh the cost for most men.
You know, for the sake of argument, and finally it's about my turn to, help the boys out. I'll tell you something. Boys, do you know the best way for you to deal with a modern woman? Be stush. Stush means be a bit more stuck up about yourself, because actually girls don't like rejection. And when you reject one, she wants you more because it's a challenge. At that moment, you've got the power. If you want her, you want to maneuver and check what she's on, and you want to get her in your books.
Listen to this from the men's point of view. So I have to play a bunch of games with these women in order to get to them to commit to me. Why do it at all?
Because
why is it worth it?
Yeah, it's like what is the benefit to the men? Like what? Genuinely, who in here has a cookbook? Maybe you.
I don't need a cookbook.
What?
I do.
You don't need a cookbook.
But that's what I'm saying.
Are you asking if we can cook?
No. My point is, none of us in here can be considered traditional women. And back then, an average guy could get a traditional woman. And now what does he get? He gets a boss bitch, a boss babe, a girl that's been ran through. He gets an ex-hoe. He gets a born-again virgin. Like,
and what do I get?
As women, this is what do we get? We still get protection and provisioning.
Are you sure?
And the average salary, but here's the thing. The average salary could cover an apartment. But the thing is, like, women, we want this lifestyle that's not even realistic nowadays. Like, we want men that make more than we do, and we want them to pay all of the bills. But it's like, we all have our nails done. We have, we get our hair dyed. We have makeup. We have all of this stuff that costs money because we want this lifestyle. And I've had girls come on my show, and I say, would you date an average guy for companionship, but you would have to go down in lifestyle? And they say, no, we're addicted to lifestyle.
Okay. I would add, from a male perspective, what I find, and I think that this is why most guys don't bother, and this is why I for me it's the biggest kind of consumer of my energy when it comes to dating in this whole game, is that every all modern women want my time and attention in it. When I go to a club, there's 10 hot girls who think I'm going to get their number, talk to them for 3 months, take them out until they eventually decide to, we can do this or that or whatever. And it's just non-stop. And they all think I have all the time in the world and that they're all so special and interesting and that they all deserve the red carpet treatment. And these women do nothing for me. They do absolutely nothing. They can't barely hold a conversation. They can't start a conversation. They got no date ideas. They don't even know how to be feminine from. They're saying they think wearing a tight skirt is feminine, innit? And you can stand around and guys will just throw themselves at you, which is kind of that's why.
Which is what they do, and that's why I said move more.
When is the last time a girl planned a day for you?
Oh my God!
Planned a whole day, got you a thoughtful gift that had nothing to do with her, nothing she wanted.
I'm glad you asked that question. I don't remember the last time.
They don't do it, but they talk about equality a lot.
No, but you're generalizing. You're generalizing a lot as well.
Even if it was just a hookup that maybe liked you or got feelings or whatever, did any of them try to compete for you?
Hell no.
Yeah,
because they're all queens. They're all tens.
Because it's an ego thing. Because girls won't put aside their ego.
They're all 10 out of 10s. They're all queens. They're all boss bitches.
No, she's got a point. For once, I'll agree with her. She does have a point. Girls, do you know what? Stop being so annoying. If you want to see the guy, ask him, "Can I see you?" If you want to go on a date with him and you invite him, make sure that you did the invitation. Be polite, have manners, and you're the one that is the host. Therefore, you pattern the thing. Stop always waiting for the guy to make the first move.
I get the impression that
it's not even no.
No, that's a whole
no. You can't turn around and say that the men want feminine women.
And then you
so
want to
how can a woman go up to a man and say, "I'm gonna take you out"?
Well, I'll say how. I think that you're an amazing guy. You are sick. I'm going to shoot my shot. Would you want to go out with me, please?
You sounded like a man. That sounded like a man.
You sound like a man.
These days, they're very masculine these days.
What is Aunty? So devil's advocate here. I wouldn't probably approach it like that. But back in the day, didn't women drop the handkerchief?
So they can pick
it. Right. Women drop the handkerchief.
But that's see, the thing is, right, is that years ago, you dropped a handkerchief and the man showed you was interested. You didn't drop your knickers. And that's the difference. Dropping a handkerchief is totally different from dropping your knickers. So you used to walk along in the old days. They used to drop you walk along and you drop a hanky just to see whether or not the man was interested.
Mm-hmm. Auntie, sorry.
But now the women are dropping their knickers to see whether the man's interested.
No, I don't think that's an issue. They're not dropping their knickers because a third of men are virgins.
But they're dropping their knickers more than we drop hankies.
No, my only point was that when is the last time as a woman you've really showed effort to show a man that you appreciate him and you're interested?
I do it all the time.
I know you do. But I'm saying
go
ahead.
Sorry. No, go on.
I was gonna say, so you guys are speaking about this. What do you think of someone who's been in a long relationship? I'll give you an example. I've been with my partner for a year and a half now. And the other day I said to him, we like to do date nights. We like to keep it spicy and we have a child, right? It's not his child, but he takes on the role brilliantly.
Love that.
Yeah. And I said to him, Monday night, you're booked. Date night. Meet me at this hotel. I've booked the hotel. I've filled it with balloons, petals, everything. And I did that for him. So what do you think of that? I'm treating him.
No, but
on the flip side, you fight sometimes. So,
but you know something, right? That would work for you. And if it works for you, that's great. I appreciate that. But that wouldn't work for me. So something totally different. For you, booking a hotel and that. But I don't like hotels. I'm fussy about my food. I hate flowers.
Okay, so just call it a date night. But then you pick whatever you want.
There's nothing wrong in that. But the thing is that sometimes don't even tell him. Surprise him.
Yeah.
Surprise him.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be told. Just
no, he wasn't
him.
told. He was just told he was given an address.
But also,
he was given an address and be there at 6 p.m.
Can I just say something interesting that I've observed? Because I've given this example a lot. And whenever women say the thing that they did for their boyfriend or their husband or whatever it was, it's always something that women would enjoy more than men typically.
Yeah.
I don't know him. Maybe this was I'm sure he appreciated either way. But it's just interesting. I think a lot of times we look through our point of view and not theirs.
But you know what? You just reminded me of something. Pearl is so right when she said that, because remember I said that wouldn't work for me. But what actually worked for me was Christmas. I said, you know what? Because we don't live together because I'm my mum's caregiver. So it's impossible because of the way I am, because my mum's got dementia and she's really sublime. So I look after my mum. So hence the 2 separate houses. But I said, you're going to spend Christmas. And I'd planned it so that I hate movies. And he's a nerd. He loves movies. We love alcohol. And we love good food. And it was Christmas. My birthday's just after Christmas. And he had such a relaxing time that I forgot my birthday. And I only remembered my birthday. My birthday was in December. And we didn't have Christmas dinner. We realised that, I think New Year was like, what happened to Christmas dinner? And I said, it was still in the fridge. You know, because we ate and we snacked. And to him, he loved that.
Yeah.
But for me to go and do something that, I mean, I was sat down there and I'm watching a movie marathon. I hate movies. But that is something that he enjoys.
Because the thing is that in relationships, I always say that we always think about what we want, but we never think about what we can give.
Can I say one thing? I feel like and this is my opinion. I feel like there's one part of it what all you women are forgetting, right? When men are going out the way to give you stuff or do some surprise for y'all, the one thing y'all keep forgetting, just one important thing, like, we want that back too, but we don't like to say it. I mean, y'all always say the word thanks or you won't give us a thing, but we like it back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always us men going our way to do stuff for the women and get. Do you know what I mean? But we don't get it back. But if we get it back,
you don't give to receive.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear you. But I'm just saying, like we love it. Like, you see how we do some surprise things or we take you out. We like it back.
That's why I said.
I think the point they're trying to make, and I agree with you. I don't think you should give so you can receive. But I think a lot of men just feel like women put in no effort nowadays.
Yes.
I think what it means.
100%.
I think what it means is that the men put in too much effort nowadays.
Probably.
I was going to say that.
That's what I said.
Because you know what, right? All the things that he's saying, if I had to say to my man, oh yeah, I want you to book a hotel. And he goes, where are you going to go? You're going to stay in it on your own. Because that is not that's too much. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy with him. If I come to his house and there is curry goat and rice and salad, yeah, I'm in heaven. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I was going to say, Aunty,
do you know what I mean? That's it for me.
There's a societal narrative in there that men are constantly told that we're dispensable and that our time and energy doesn't mean anything. So when I coach guys, right, because I do date coaching on the side now, it's the first step is always to help them to understand that, like, you have value, bro. Like guys just have this idea that, like, oh, it's pickup artistry, so I'm going to read this book and learn these patterns and do this, and then when she does this, I'm going to do this. And I'm thinking, bro, you forgot one thing, self-respect. You haven't even judged this person. Like, some of these guys who are new to the dating game often go into clubs and they give their time and attention to people based on looks. And I'm standing there thinking, I can tell this one's got a boyfriend, this one's just for attention, this one's emotionally available, actually likes the other guy at the back of the room, but is talking to you because you got game, but she's going to waste your time later. Modern guys have been so brainwashed and told to be emotional and feminine and, like, your time doesn't mean anything. You should be lucky to have any woman around you that they waste their time and energy.
Do you know the one thing that modern guys do? The one thing that I find that modern guys do, what modern guys don't do, which my man does regular, is tell me the truth whether I like it or not.
Thank you.
You can't do that in this game.
No, you can. No, you can.
Tell me the truth 100%. Whether I like it or not.
100%. I agree.
And I think that you need to, and sometimes, this is right. I can't say that you don't care about my feelings, but my man will tell me the truth whether and it's not like I know how we fit.
What kind of truths?
Anything,
bro.
Everything. Listen, right? You look fat. You look fat. Look at your face. You look like you got 2 bits of liver hanging down from your face.
If he did that now, he'll be in jail for emotional abuse. He'll be on some blog.
So Aunty, I agree with you. Like, I think a lot of men are afraid to tell women the truth, and I think more women would respect it if they did. But at the same time, modern women, I think on some level like to be lied to and don't want the truth, and they want to be sold a fairy tale because we've been told our whole lives we're queens, princesses, and tens.
I realised that because I heard everybody talking about this Lizzo. Is it Lizzo? And I saw Lizzo for the first time this week.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
Big?
She's strong.
And I just thought to myself, when I heard all this talk about Lizzo, and I just thought, wow, is that her? And I was just surprised at all the